Individual skills do not scale well, but systems, processes, and culture do. Now, this is really key if you're in a large organization looking at how you start using AI. The traditional approach is very much you get someone in, they do some training for a group of people on how tools like M365 Copilot work, and they see improvements. Now, the other way is you just do it on a larger scale. You do the individual training, but at scale, which means it's video training normally. And it becomes a checkbox exercise. Who's had the training? Who hasn't? Great. This is why so much transformation is failing and why companies, particularly larger scale ones, are not seeing the benefits, because they are focusing on the individual rather than the culture of empowerment and all the things that come with that. Now, this is one of the reasons when I was running the Activate AI courses that I ran last year through the Digital Isle of Man, one of my big focuses was on things like senior executive AI governance. And they were small group sessions, but they weren't about this is how you use the tool. They were about this is how you understand the tools. This is how your organization can bring them in. This is how you approach thinking about the tools. Now, that is an approach that scales because they can then go back to their organizations. They have large teams under them. They can talk about it to those teams. They can discuss with their IT team how they approach these things. And they have the confidence to say, yep, I might not know the details of prompt engineering using JSON queries, but I understand what our governance has to be. And that starts to shift the culture. That starts to move it so that everyone can use AI tools. Everyone can start to experiment with them. And the company as a whole can move forward. And if you're a small startup, if you're half a dozen people, yes, that approach of training the individuals on how to use the tools can work, and you will see some benefits from that. But if you really want to scale, if you've got thousands or tens of thousands of staff, you can't be doing it that way. You have to start to change that culture, and that's where the training comes from a top-down level. And that's really what I'd recommend more companies start looking at. It's not about just rolling out M365 licenses with Copilot to everyone in your business. It's about saying, how do we change the culture and how do we look at how AI can improve processes throughout the business rather than on an individual case-by-case basis?